Bluesky's growth doesn't appear to be stopping, with the platform crossing more than 21 million users, keeps adding 1 million users a day, while the Threads has 5 times more daily active users than Bluesky ahead of the election. That lead has now been reduced to 1.5 times, according to SimilarWeb. So people are really using it. Meta now seems to be feeling the heat, introducing new features suddenly. Oh, competition brings innovation and copying, including custom feeds around topics or people, mimicking Bluesky's capabilities. Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, seemed to downplay Bluesky numbers, sharing that Threads has more than 50 million signups in November alone. Agreed. Threads have been seeing 1 million new users a day for the last 3 months. Agreed. But it's very exciting that a small little thing is doing really well. Bluesky's financials. Bluesky was initially launched as a spinoff of Twitter under Jack Dorsey. The company has since cut ties with him. That was interesting. Kicked his ass out. Now majority owned by its employees. So talk about the surge first, Scott, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the financials. I've been contacted by so many very wealthy people about investing in this thing, and very big names, that people I like, actually. Who are meeting with them and talking to them. So thoughts, first on the surge, and then I'll get to the investment soon.
You know more about this than I do. I just got on. It's the hottest new product introduction, and I know that it didn't happen in 2024, but this is the hottest new product in tech right now, no doubt. Its user base has gone from 13 million to 23 million in just 2 weeks. Its daily active usage is now greater than Threads. This is the hottest product in tech right now. And what I would ask you, I would flip it back to you, and it's one simple question: why?
Well, I think it's fun. It's actually fun. And look, I don't think you have to necessarily choose. I like both. I really do like Threads. When Amanda was joking about it, she said, Bluesky's like the coolest bar you've ever been to, and why are you over at the Cheesecake Factory? And I'm like, the cheesecake is delicious. Like, and I think that's probably right. A good metaphor. I like, it's better for Threads is better for marketing my stuff, honestly, and actually has a nice vibe too. And it's a little more like Instagram with text, like I can see, like, I don't find the really funny videos that I like. I find them on Threads much more. Like, I know it sounds dumb, chopping up food in creative ways, or doing kind of cool karate moves, or there's one I just pushed where a guy, let me look at it on Threads, the top of my feed. It's a guy who mastering the art of camouflage to disappear in any setting. He's a artist who camouflages and then stands in front of things. I wouldn't have found that on Bluesky. I would be uncool. So I'm fine with that. But I do like it. They're much funnier people. They are assembling a news forward group of people. A lot of journalists, a lot of Pauls are coming over. They're replicating that part of Twitter, the news feeling. And that's something that Threads had pushed away from, which is they're now moving back, letting people choose politics if they want, like politics and news. They were very much against it. And so days later, you'd see things that happened days before. So I think Bluesky's grabbed that. And I think that's why they're doing well, because some people like news out of these things. Some people like entertainment out of them. And so I think, and it feels like old Twitter, but not in a toxic way. I don't think it's an echo chamber. By the way, guess who's building the echo chamber? Elon Musk is building an echo chamber over on his service, and to pretend otherwise is ridiculous. I mean, one of the stories that just came out is that how he's minimizing links to news, links to stories, so that people don't get to see them. He's creating an echo chamber too, and that's what some of these things are. But I like them both. So let me ask you about the money part, though. They've raised $15 million in Series A funding back in October, and then there's already interest in a new investment round. I've heard from lots of people. The CEO has said the platform is billionaire-proof because it's not one centralized feed of content. It's a protocol from which endless feeds can be created. You can also take it with you. And again, this echo chamber, I think it's a nothing burger. But talk about why you would or would not invest in this.
Oh, I mean, you're talking to a guy who invested in Post.
Post, yeah, you and I did.
Look, there's social media. Why would you do it? To make money? And there is an enormous. The rivers are reversing. All the money that's gone into traditional media. The weird thing about media spend is it is arguably the most resilient business in the world. For about 100 years. advertising or media spend or ad-supported media has been approximately 1.5% of GDP. In a recession, it goes to 1.4 because what a lot of people, I'll go back here, a guy named Tyler Johnston, the CMO of Dryers. He was my first client out of business school for my brand strategy firm Profit. We went into a recession. It was 92. And he said, we're increasing our ad spending because this is just as all the bigger players are pulling back. This is a unique opportunity for us to grab share at a lower price because ad rates have come down. So generally speaking, media spending is incredibly resilient, but it never goes that much greater or that much lower. What's different is where the money goes.
The grabs, right?
Oh my gosh. And the amount of capital still up for grab. You know, we talk about CNN. CNN still does $1 billion. I mean, there's a lot of money still up for grabs here. And now there's going to be money up for grabs among the bigger players. And when you have an entity like that, if they raise money at a valuation of 15 million, that probably means it was sub $1 billion. You don't raise 15 million on $1 billion. You don't issue 1.5% increase in shares. That probably means it was at somewhere between 50 and 200 million. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm immediately thinking, does Kara Swisher know this guy? Because I want him to open up the round so I can get in.
It's run by women, but go ahead.
This is a company. They will do, I wish this was predictions day. They will raise a round. They will announce a round in the next 90 days, if not sooner, at $1 billion plus. This is the hottest product in the hottest category in the world, and that is a media company that can scale. That has network-like scaling ability, and everybody is talking about it. So yeah, why would you invest? So you could make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I would think so. I think they're trying very hard to make sure that it's that people know people can take their things with them. The CEO was a woman, Jay Graber, has been an advocate of decentralization, empowerment. So you're going to get what that kind of attitude towards it. It's not here for, very heavy privacy rules. They love moderation. They toss people off. They feel they're creating a whole different thing.
Censorship.
Oh, stop
Censorship.
it. It's what they want to do.
Let me spread misinformation. And if anyone holds me accountable, it's censorship.
Elon Musk. There's story after story today about this.
I will throttle content that I don't like. That's not censorship.
That's correct. Thank you. So that's really interesting. And then the COO is a woman. It's woman run. But it's not like precious in any way.
Get us in there, King of the Woman, Amazonia / Subaru loving / isn't that good for the right man wasn't around at the right time? Oh, that was wrong.
You know what I like the best? They were going to make it as a sub brand of Twitter, and Jay refused, and then it was spun out, and then they jumped Jack Dorsey. That's my favorite part of the whole equation. I love it.
Jack, who speaks in those hushed tones
Jack's
and
a little strange,
could easily build the biggest beard oil product in the world. I'm going to give you the sense that I give a flying fuck about the world like Sam Altman because I speak in hushed, measured tones.
That's true. Go check out some of the stuff he's been putting out there. It's a little strange. In any case, we love Bluesky. It's great. And Amanda, you're right. At the same time, I do like Threads. I'm sorry. I don't have to. Things I like. If I feel good after using a product, I like it. And I know it's Mark Zuckerberg, but I like what they've done there. And I
like Threads.
It is a cheesecake factory. I'm fine with that.